Well, what if you could help your community while you do your banking?
Absolutely. I'd say that's a win-win.
Yeah.
That's why we're so excited to be joined by the president and CEO of American Eagle Financial Credit Union, Dean Marchessault, to talk about a great program they have. Did I get your name right, Dean? I just want to make sure I got it right.
Yep. You're in the right zip code.
Excellent.
Totally
Great.
fine.
It's totally great to see you. How are you? Since 1935, you guys have been doing some awesome things in the community, and it continues, right?
Yeah, pretty great. Our credit union was founded by folks over at Pratt & Whitney, but for the past 16 years, we've been available to the entire community from New Haven all the way up to Hampden County, Massachusetts. So we're really excited and really just fantastic for us to be part of the community.
And this program really is about helping the community. Tell me how people can get involved in this and really do some good works.
Sure. In addition to the normal things that we do for sponsorships and other contributions, this cash back to the community idea came from our marketing team at the end of 2019, right before the pandemic hit. And the purpose of it is to make sure that we're reaching out to additional organizations every quarter by taking the by being able to have these smaller organizations raise their hand, identify themselves. Any 501c3 organization can come to us and say, we'd like to raise funds. And it's sort of like a crowdfunding. We have what they can do is, and the most popular of folks that are voting into that organization, and we're going to talk about a couple of them. That's what we do. So we take and last year allocated about $90,000 worth and paid out about $90,000 worth to 12 organizations. That essentially what they did was the 501c3 raised their hand, said we have a worthy cause, we qualify for this, and we've got votes through our AmericanEagle.org website. The most popular vote getter wins the funds on a quarterly basis.
Oh, that is just fantastic. So where are we in the process? Has the voting not begun yet, and those organizations haven't been picked?
We're just coming to the end of the first quarter. So we will identify the top 3 vote getters. Those top 3 vote getters will probably get in the area of $7,000 to $8,000 or $9,000 each. And the interesting thing about it is, through all of the pandemic and all of last year, where this was really landing was those smaller organizations that were really choked last year in terms of not being able to get their volunteers. So what we're trying to do is get to a lower level of organization, of smaller organizations where there are a lot of needs, and it's all over the lot in terms of the types of organizations. We rely on them to be able to amp up the vote volume on our website, so we can get as many as 15,000 or 20,000 votes for some of these things. So it really is driven by the organization and they using their network to be able to raise their hands and get people to vote on their behalf of their organization. And it's a wide swath of different types of organizations. We're just finishing up the first quarter now.
And so if you're not a member of the credit union, you can still vote, correct?
Absolutely. We'd love everybody to be a member of the credit union, but anybody associated with that, anybody in the atmosphere can go ahead and vote.
Now, the funding for the program is generated each time a member uses their credit card or debit card. Is that right?
That's right. Yep. It's not a cost that's seen to the member, but the more our members use their debit or credit cards, the higher the funds pot becomes for us to be able to make those allocations. So we offer Visa cards to our members. Every time they use those cards, we get a couple of shekels from the Visa organization. It's not a fee to the members. And we take a portion of those proceeds and make them available each quarter for the fund.
Tell me a little bit about credit unions. Can you talk a little bit about credit unions and the benefit of them?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We were one of the first credit unions in the country, actually, probably the 80th one started. Credit unions are fundamentally different than banks. We have a volunteer board. There's no shareholders. Our members are our owners. I think the position that we like to have is that we're very local. You can see a lot of banks changing signs and names recently. We've been around for 85 years. We're going to be around for the future. So we're set up differently from a governance perspective, and we try to provide and pass on the best possible rates and fees that we can to our members in our market. So we're a significant lender. Our primary goal is to meet the credit needs and saving needs and investment needs of people in this market. So structurally different, and I think mission driven is really the big difference maker there. That's why this programs like Cash Back to the Community are so important for us. We're local and very much are going to be part of the local scene for a very long time.
We don't have time to showcase all of the organizations, but we do have 2. Can you talk to us a little bit about them?
Yeah, I think the Dog Star Rescue is really a great story because what they were able to do, because they weren't able to run volunteers, was be able to have do a lot of surgeries for animals that really desperately needed that. And that probably, those funds, they didn't have those funds before. So I think that's a great opportunity there. You were talking about animals and your show's very animal centric. So just so happy that they were able to make those recoveries for those animals. They wouldn't have been able to do that without our funds, especially because they don't have volunteers too. So that's a great example, I think.
That is absolutely fantastic. Wow, that's really wonderful. And again, how long do people have to vote?
Up until the end of the quarter, up until the end of the quarter, every quarter at the end of that quarter. So right now we have organizations that are on our website. Go to AmericanEagle.org. When you go to our website and you look at Cashback for the Community, in that area of our website, you'll see the organizations and a very easy way for people to be able to vote. So that'll close out in another 3 weeks for this first quarter.
Well, we love your passion for the American Eagle. We think it's terrific, and we want to thank you so much for being with us on Better.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day.
Thank you very, very much. What a great program.
That is great.
Providing surgeries for dogs.
The customers they don't incur any cost. It comes through the cashback program, which is great.
It's amazing. So for more information, you can go to AmericanEagle.org or on social media on Facebook at American Eagle FCU or on Instagram and Twitter at AEFCU.